Hello fish fools, Jeff here. So this is my 40-gallon community display tank. Looking pretty awesome. Nice variety of community fish. Plants are looking good. So this may look a bit different since the last time I've shown it. Got a nice section of Anacris over here. The Ludwigia repens is doing okay. The lower half have lost leaves, but they have been growing and lasting. I don't have that much success with stem plants. I mean, Anacris is the one I've always done well with, but moderate success with this Ludwigia repens. But there are other stem plants I've had in here that have not worked out. I have hard water, and some stem plants just don't do well in hard water, so I'm not able to grow that many of them. But plants like Anubias do well, and there's Java fern. So this is Anubias congensis, Java fern Wunderlove, some other bits of it throughout. And this is Cryptocorn lucens here and here. Hasn't grown much since being added in this tank, but it's doing okay in another tank, my 84-gallon tank. Some water sprite. I keep trying to plant some of it. It's not growing tall. I've had it floating in here also. And back there is an Amazon sword. It's gotten a lot bigger than it was initially when I got it a year ago. Looks like I need to, next water change, I'll put a root tab in there. But one thing I wanted to point out particularly was this Vallisneria. So Vallisneria is known to grow tall, but in my case it's as if it's a carpeting plant. So this would be Italian Val. I believe the scientific name is Vallisneria spiralis. Different than Jungle Val. So I had both Jungle Val and this Italian Val. The Jungle Val pretty much died off, but this Italian Val has been sending runners along here, starting from the back, going multiple directions, then coming across here. I have another piece that was planted here and spreading over here, so it's like it's carpeting. It not growing tall. But I don't know, I kind of like it like that. A few years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I don't know, it was some years ago in one of my 10 gallons, my 10-gallon Guppy and Endler hybrid tank, I had Vallisneria. It must have been Italian Val, so it did grow like this. I think when I got it, I thought it was Jungle Val, but yeah, there is a difference. But yeah, pretty cool like that. And here is the Crinum calamostratum. For whatever reason, it's not growing well in this tank, but I have two magnificent Crinum calamostratiums in my 84-gallon. But yeah, whatever reason, I mean, it's the similar conditions. This tank has a Stingray 2 light and so it's a Stingray 2 there, and this is a current light compared to my 84-gallon that has Stingray lights, and that might be height-wise maybe a little higher. So yeah, I don't know why it hasn't grown here. Like, one theory I have is I might have planted it a little too deep, and that might have affected it. But I mean, I've had it for over a year, so it hasn't like died off completely, but it's just not growing like it is in my other tanks. But the fish in here are looking awesome. Look at that green fire tetra, nice and... Some of them are nice and flavorful. Nice lime green flavored. Compared to some others that are maybe slightly bluer and less, like this one right here doesn't have the green flavor. I don't know if that's a difference of being males and females, perhaps. But I have some more that I'm going to be adding. This weekend, I'm finally going to be moving fish that have been in quarantine, my quarantine tank. They've been in there for a long time, and I'm finally going to have the time to move them out, and I need to do that because I'm going to be getting a bunch of guppies. A dude I know has a bunch of guppies that he needs to unload, so I'm going to take them. So I'm going to clear up my quarantine tank so I can put them in there, and then, you know, there should be about 30 guppies or so, including babies, and then I'll eventually spread them out to different tanks, and, you know, several of them I'll likely put in here. So the green fire tetras in my quarantine tank, I'm going to move those in here, so I'll add maybe a bigger group of the green fire tetras, and I have decided I'm going to move a female crebensis in here. So when a while back from Petco, I bought 2 crebensis when they were small, and when I bought them, it was told to me that it was a male and female. I mean, they were small, it was hard to tell then, but now that they've grown, it's apparent that they are both females. So one of the females I'm just going to put in here by herself. Maybe at some point I'll add a male. I know when they can be kind of aggressive when they're in breeding mode, if there's a pair of them, but maybe just adding the female by herself to this community tank will just be fine. So I'm going to try that. And then the other female is going to go in my 84 gallon, where I do intend to get a male to join her and see if I can get them to breed, but that being an 84 gallon tank should be enough space to dilute any aggression or enough territory. That, and also the Odessa barbs that are in the quarantine will go in there, and the Golite tetras that are in quarantine will be going to the 84 gallon with that group of Golite tetras that I have. So pretty much everything will be cleared out of the quarantine tank. Yeah. So that's what's going on now. So yeah. Vallisneria as a carpeting plant. That's probably the best carpeting plant, or the closest to any carpeting plants that I've had. I mean, probably the next closest thing is when I just have a bunch of Java moss just growing all over the place on the right on top of the substrate. But this tank is looking pretty awesome. All these community fish. And plenty of shrimp in here too. Alright, well that's it for now. And remember, I'm Jeff, and I enjoy fishies. Thanks for watching.